Hi there, I'm Val. Today I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful floral pen. They're very easy to make, they make great gifts, and they're really handy at work because people won't steal them from your desk. In fact, that's why I got started doing this hobby. Now you only need a few things. You need some good quality disposable ballpoint pens. Black ink, red ink, blue ink, whatever you'd like. Today I've chosen blue. This is a Bic round stick. It comes in a package of 10 for about $1.99. You'll need some silk flowers. These are really easy to find everywhere. I like to go to my local dollar store because they have a great selection. They have roses and daisies and poinsettias like this in all different colors and shapes and sizes, and they're really fun to work with. Now they come in bundles. They're on plastic coated wire. With that in mind, you are going to need some needle nosers that can cut the wire and to take the ends off of your pens. And that's how easy it is. You'll need floral tape. Red is not a common color of floral tape, but I like it because it's different. I use all different kinds of colors. I have to special order them though because they're not available in any of the local craft stores. But that's okay because they are very inexpensive. 10 rolls runs me about $15. And they're about 30 yards each, so that's a pretty good bargain. And when we're all done, I like to dress my flowers out my pens with a little bit of ribbon. And so you're going to need some scissors to cut your ribbon and to follow the steps that I will show you to really make your pen beautiful. So if you're ready, let's get started. Okay, we're ready to get started. Now the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the end off of this pen because that's where your flower needs to go. So you take your needle nosers like this. Whoops! And that one went flying. And the end comes right off. Now don't worry about a little bit of damage here because the flower is going to go in there and you're going to cover it with the floral tape so you won't even be able to see it. Now the next thing we're going to do is get our flower ready to go in the pen. Now this method requires absolutely no glue of any kind, which makes it nice because it's not messy. The best way to make sure your flower stays in the pen is to put a little bit of bow in that wire, just like that, so that when you put it in the pen, it will stay. Now make sure you don't put it inside the ink cartridge. That is so messy. You want to make sure it slides in right next to it. You grasp it and you push it right down in there. And that flower's not going anywhere. Now you want to take your cap off because you're not going to need that. When you put your tape on, I'm going to pull it out a little bit. Now this floral tape, when you stretch it, it activates an adhesive that makes it stick to itself. So you're going to want to put it on there and hold it with your other finger. And as you're wrapping it around the pen, you want to make sure that you're pulling it a little bit. But don't pull it too hard because it will break off. It's just a paper tape. But you want to pull it enough to activate that adhesive so that it sticks on there real good. And you just keep turning the pen. Let's get a little more tape out here. And you just keep on rolling and rolling. Now when you get close to the bottom of the pen, you're going to switch hands so that you can finish rolling it. And you want to stop at the top of that dark blue area. wrap it around a couple of times, and you pinch it and pull, and it comes right off. And there you have it. You have a beautifully wrapped floral pen. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put some ribbon on the pen. I'm going to tie these two pieces together. Now you want to cut them kind of long because you can always trim them. Don't make them too short or they're really hard to work with. Now I'm going to tie these two together so that I have two short ends up here and two longer ends here. Now the longer ends I'm going to use to tie around the top of my pen. And I want the knot to be on the opposite side of the knot that I just put in there by tying them together. Takes a little practice, but once you get the hang of it, it's really not so bad. Tie that nice and tight. Put another knot right in there. Okay, so we're looking pretty good so far. Now this one is a little longer than I like it, so I'm going to trim it off just a bit there. And this one's just a little long, so I'm going to trim that one. Okay. Now before we do anything else, what I like to do is I like to put a little slit in the ends of each one of these. And you want to keep it real close to the middle as you can. And you'll see why in a minute. This little thing right here makes them just beautiful. Okay. So see, we've got a little slit in the end of each one of these. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to curl the ribbon. You want to do that very carefully so that you don't pull your pen apart. There we go. So now we have some nice curled ribbon around the flower. And this is what really makes them beautiful. You take those slits and you tear those ribbons right in half. Just like that. And now you have some really beautiful tendrils of ribbon all over your pen, and you have a unique pen that's all yours. See, now wasn't that easy? And it's just beautiful. These are great for gifts. And like I said, they're great to use at your desk or work because people will not take them. This has worked so well for me. But it's also a hobby I've become quite addicted to. I have made very many of these. And no two are the same. They're all unique. They're beautiful for party favors. You can put them right on your table and tell your guests to pick one on their way out the door or when they come in the door. And like I said, you can use all kinds of flowers. This little box I got at the dollar store for $1. I glued the lid to the bottom because I was going to use it to hold my pens. And there you have it. It's such a rewarding hobby. I really enjoy it, and I hope you like it as much as I do. Thank you very much for watching my video. Have a great day.